Are you a human resource manager or a leader who finds yourself dealing with managers who will not hold themselves accountable and own their own role? In other words, they come to you rather than just dealing with their people on their own? Well, if that's the case, you're going to want to stick around, because in this video, I'm going to share with you some tips on how to make sure that your managers hold themselves accountable and own it. Hi, my name is Phil Ciccio. I work with managers and leaders to help them understand what is the critical component to creating accountability within your organization. You have managers that should be handling things, but they keep coming to you rather than just handling it themselves, whether it's people issues or client issues. The reason why most people don't hold themselves accountable is because they actually don't know that they need to take more ownership in their role. And how would they take more ownership in their role? What creates a sense of ownership? Well, that's partly your role. We need to make sure that our managers feel like there's a sense of ownership in the organization, in the department, in the culture, in the people. They need to have a sense of ownership. You know this because when you own something, if something goes wrong with that thing that you own, a car, a home, a computer, you handle it, you fix it because you own it. If you don't own it, there's a chance you won't do anything about it, okay? And so we need to get people to really believe in the fact that they own their role, they own their department, they own their process, whatever it might be. They may not be owners in the company, but that doesn't mean that they can't have a sense or a perception of ownership. How will you create that for them? See, these are the key things that leaders and human resource managers have to understand. We need to create a sense of ownership. How do we do that? Well, first of all, people need to understand one thing as a manager. They need to understand that they are part of something greater than themselves. What do we mean by that? Why do people come to work in the first place? I know that many people come to work for money and to get benefits, but in your leadership and the way that you develop your people, we need to get them to come into work for things other than just money and benefits. There has to be a real reason why. What is the mission? What is the purpose? Can they buy into it? What are they really doing there? At the end of the day, when they go home, can they say that we're making a difference? We're making some change in somebody's life or in the environment or in our community? Is there something bigger than them at stake here? If we can get them to find out what that is and really believe in that, and there must be something for your organization to exist, right? A purpose greater than itself. And if we can tie them to that, they'll take more ownership. Other things that we can do are we get them to be involved in the process, in the plan, in the goal. When you tell people to do things, we say, okay, here's our objective and here's what I want you to do to hit that objective, then we're stripping them of what's a necessary component, which is choice and control. And if a person has choice and control, they feel like they have some ownership. And so I want to make sure that your managers feel like they have choice and control, so that increases their level of ownership. How do we create choice and control? Okay. Well, rather than just telling them what to do, ask them what they think they should do. What thoughts would they have? Maybe make them the advisor to you. Say, do you have any advice on how to accomplish the objective? What are your thoughts? Maybe they come up with a better idea than you. Maybe they come up with the same idea than you. I don't know. But either way, it's their idea. And people work harder for that which they create. So we want to make sure that we're giving them a sense of choice and control. This is a human need for everybody, right? If I was to strip you of choice or control, you wouldn't be very motivated. You wouldn't be very happy. You wouldn't feel like you own anything. But if I gave you choice, I gave you control, now you feel good, you're motivated, and you feel like there's some sense of ownership. So we need to have choice and control. Another area that you could focus on, and this is really critical, is to make sure that people feel like they have some significance, right? So every manager should feel significance. When something good happens and we've accomplished that greater good, make sure that that person that's in charge there, the manager who's responsible for that or accountable for that, knows that their contribution in this made a significant difference. Look, this was a significant impact that we've made on this community or on our client or whatever, and you were a part of that, and I appreciate you. Also, I use the word contribution. There's nothing greater than a person feeling like they've contributed to something greater than themselves. So your contribution is important. Your contribution has really made this successful, our organization, our department, whatever it is. If we can tie in choice, we can tie in control, we can tie in significance, we can tie in contribution, and of course, we go back to making sure that there's some purpose or meaning or why or some greater good, people begin to take ownership. It is so critically important. If you want people to be more accountable, You want people to handle the situations on their own. They need to feel like they have choice, control. They're significant, they're contributing, and of course, they go home at night and they can say, I'm making a difference. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you'd like to share it with somebody in your team, please share the video as well. And if you want to be notified every time I fire off another video, just click the notification bell, and every time I shoot a video, you will be notified. Thank you for watching.